Okay, so this...
A little bit of water on the hand before you do the stretch and fold so it doesn't stick to your hand so much.
Alright, so it's been half an hour since he put it in the bowl and mixed it all. Now he does something called stretch and fold.
And just wash my
and
hands.
He needs to have his hands wet.
Just one hand only.
Yeah, one hand.
Okay, so you get in around the edge a bit like that. Pick up like that. Fold it over like that. Around the edge, you turn the bowl a little bit. Pick up the next bit. Fold it over the top. A bit more water on the hand. Turn the bowl again. Do around the next bit.
And stretch.
Stretch.
And fold it
over
in
the
half.
top.
Fold it over the top.
Turn the bowl. Stretch. And fold.
And so how many of those do you normally
You
do?
do 3 or 4, maybe 5, just so you've gone all the way around.
Alright, I think Michael's done about 5 there just now.
Yeah. So then you leave it for another half an hour.
Alright, so leave it again for half an hour, put the tea towel on the top, and come back and we do that again in half an hour time. Alright, stretch and fold number 2.
Number 2.
Wets the hand again. Pick it up underneath, stretch, and fold.
Turn the bowl. Some more.
Stretch, and fold. Stretch. Get some air into it.
Maybe 1 for luck.
And 1 for luck. So you can see it's starting to get a bit smooth and sticky now.
Yeah, it'll get smoother and a bit stretchier.
Yes.
And then we let it rest it again for half an hour.
That's all the gluten. Alright, another half an hour rest. Cover it up. Fold number 3. Stretch and fold number 3. So, hands clean. Wet one hand. Stretch.
Should become a bit more elastic the more you do it.
Yeah. You can probably see from the first one till now, much more
Stretching
elastic.
and it's not breaking.
Yes. So when they stretch, if it doesn't break, you know it's good. And it doesn't stick to the pan, to the pot.
You can do this 3 or 4 times. I usually do 4, so there'll be 1 more to do.
Alright, so wait another half an hour, you do 1 more?
Yep.
Alright. You can either leave it now for 6 hours to rise,
Yep.
or you
one
can do
more
1 more stretch and fold. So
Depends what time of the day it is.
we will cover it up and wait another half an hour.
Okay, stretch and fold number 4. Final one.
That's it, last one.
Last one. Okay, same thing. Scoop it up. Give it a little pull. It should go a bit higher. Quite stretchy now. Turn it. Lift it up. Stretch it up. Fold it over. Scoop it under. Fold it over. And then 1 more. A little air bubble already. The starter's working. There was a little air bubble there. Okay, so now we're going to leave it sit to rise and double in size. If you've got a warm house, otherwise in the oven with the light on, and just cover it over, and then we'll do the next step where we put it in its proving bowl after it's risen. I think that's about it.
So this step could take up to 6 hours.
Could take longer. Sometimes I'll leave it over all night, but depends what time of the day you start. Right, just going to prepare the proofing bowl. The flour, going to put some flour in the banneton so it doesn't stick.
So this will give the bread a nice shape with the lines inside the banneton while it's proving.
If you don't have one of these, you can just use anything. This is from
Yeah.
ricotta strainer with
Yeah.
a tea towel, and you put flour in the tea towel.
Or stoneware We have a nice stoneware dish.
Yeah, anything that's sort of this sort of
Anything,
shape,
doesn't matter.
Really.
But we use this bread banner tin because the lines give the bread a nice shape.
You don't want it to stick.
So that's just plain flour.
Yeah, and with a bit of semolina.
And then some semolina.
I'll throw a bit more in after side. So, now flour the bench. Not too much actually.
And now,
Look at that.
wow.
Should be wobbly like that.
So let's just have a look. Can we see?
Big air bubble.
Big air bubble there. So this is a really big, deep dish, probably about 6 inches, probably deep.
Yeah.
And that's how much it's risen in 6 hours. Yeah, 6
hours.
hours.
That was.
That's
yeah,
right, 6 hours.
in a warm
so
environment,
now
of course.
we had it in the oven with the light on. Okay. Just got rid of the bubble.
Okay, so now we're going to pour it out and shape it.
All right.
Not too much flour. Got enough light there?
Probably don't, but doesn't matter. You can
The light
see.
on behind you. It's a bit better.
Yes.
So that's pretty sticky as you can see, but
Nice and sticky, wet dough. That's exactly how we want it.
see all the sesame and poppy seeds in there. Poppy
Yes.
seeds anyway.
Gee, it smells beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's good, isn't it?
yeah, it's got a really beautiful smell. Smell that like sourdough already.
That's it. Bit of flour on the hands. Right.
You can see
This
how
is
nice
the-
and sticky and wet it is.
Yeah. Alright, so we do a couple of folds here. Grab the end like this. Fold it over like that. Then we get the other side. We fold it over that way. It's sticking to me.
And the flour, and then more flour in your hand.
Yep. Then we get the other side the other way. We fold it that way. And we do the same the other way. Over the top. Okay. So what we're trying to do is tighten it up a bit. Now you can just turn it over here if you want. I've seen some people sort of fold the corners in as well like this.
Making a little round ball.
Yeah. So we need to turn it over. And now we need to sort of shape it into a ball. It's going to get a little bit smaller, that's okay.
Round and round with 2 hands.
Sort of see it shrinking a bit.
Just putting some flour on the hands.
So they don't stick.
Yep.
So now we're just trying to tighten the ball up a bit before we put it in the bowl. So what they do here is you can pull it towards yourself like that. See how it's sort of tightening it.
Yep.
If you have one of these, you can use this as well. Sort of tightens it. Sort of straight up like that. Or you can just use the hands like we just did.
Yeah. Works really good with the hands.
Yeah. So, because I'm using, it's a seedy loaf, I've got some seeds in the bowl.
Oh yes, we're going to put some seeds on the out.
I'm going to put it in there and squish it around a bit. How that's going to work, I don't know. It's quite a big ball.
It's a bit big today. It rose really well.
Yeah. We're just going to pick it up and hope for the best. Upside down in there. Squish it around a bit. Hopefully it comes out with all seeds all over the top. Look
There
at
we
that.
go.
There.
Seeds on there.
Now we put it upside down into the proofing bowl. Got
Didn't
my
put
hands
flour on his hands, so make sure you put flour on your hands before you do that.
sort of sticking a bit. Yeah.
Yes.
But that's okay. This is going to be the bottom when
That's
we
the bottom of the bread,
when we turn it out into the
because we'll be turning that upside down
into the
into the Dutch oven
Dutch oven tomorrow.
which will be our bessemer dish.
Yeah. So we're gonna put a few seeds there left over. We can just put them around the edge a bit, doesn't matter. So we
Yeah.
don't waste them.
We don't waste anything.
No.
It doesn't matter that that'll be at the bottom edge.
Yeah, so we want a bit of flour over the top of it, and
Semolina.
semolina for the crust.
Yeah,
Just try and
gives it
put
a really nice crust
Put a bit around the edge.
and also a nice colour. That's semolina we're just putting on at the moment.
And some semolina over the top. And then we just cover it over with a tea towel, and it goes in the fridge overnight, or minimum a couple of hours if you're doing it during the day.
Yeah, so it's night time. It's 11 o'clock at night, so we'll leave it there till tomorrow morning.
Yep.
But if you're doing this at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, even if you leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours, that's plenty of time.
Just to, and this gives it the shape for
Yes.
baking we want. And
So
hopefully the tea towel won't stick.
It's going to bed now in the fridge until tomorrow morning.
So good night.
Good night.